So it's the first time going to the mailbox with Mommy. Harrison's actually pretty excited about it. He's liking it quite a bit. He's kicking his legs underneath the blanket. So, super fun. It's gonna be a new thing him and Mommy are gonna do. Gonna go get the mail all the time, huh? Now that it's getting warm. Alright, so I was going to do a vlog yesterday, but I never ended up doing one. Because I was too excited, I didn't have the time. But yesterday, actually on Wednesday, I was contacted by somebody who had found my information online to come and photograph the birth of their baby. So yesterday, I was down in Salt Lake City photographing my very first birth story. And oh my gosh, it was exhilarating and amazing and nerve-wracking at the same time. But it was amazing just to see and be able to document that for the couple. I love how he's just staring. What are you staring at? Huh? What are you staring at? He's getting so cute now that he's getting older. You happy? Yeah. But I've been editing photos of the birth story, and so if anybody's interested in taking a look at them, go and visit Carissa Hart Photography on Instagram or Facebook, and you will see my very first birth story and hopefully love them as much as I have. So we started Harrison on when he was 4 months old, you know, about a week after he turned 4 months old, we started him on baby food. And since then I have noticed him getting a little bit more baby chubby on him, at least in his cheeks. He's definitely got a lot of the baby chub on his cheeks. Huh, you're getting chubby baby cheeks. And so every day, well, almost every day, he gets some baby oatmeal in the morning. He absolutely hates the baby rice, so, you know, I've pretty much given up on that one. So instead he gets baby oatmeal, and then at night he gets either sweet potatoes, carrots, green beans, you know, whatever he'll take. He loves vegetables. I don't think he likes fruits very much. I tried to give him peaches tonight, and he would not open his mouth. So instead I pulled out a little thing of carrots, and he gobbled that up within 2 minutes flat. So I'm thinking we got a vegetable baby on our hands. What do you think, Mr. Dinosaur? Do you like veggies? Ryder is a pain. He will go to the door and he will scratch as his way of wanting in. Sometimes he will jump like a butthead and drive me nuts. It's coming, buddy. So 2 days ago, he was supposed to have his surgery for his head, at least the previous procedure that we decided against him having 2 days ago. 2 days ago he was supposed to have it, and so I'm glad he didn't end up having it because it would have been postponed anyways. 4 weeks ago he ended up getting a cold at the beginning of the month, and he just wasn't getting any better. He still had the same, you know, cough. He still had the same congested, sneezing, boogery nose. And so I finally took him into the doctor last week, and come to find out he has a, well, you know, it's pretty much going away now, but he had a sinus infection. And so, you know, of course there's going to be a lot of parents out there that will give me flack for it, but he was put on an antibiotic. And so because of that, he would have, you know, I just realized I actually took him to the doctor this week, not last week. And so, anyways, as I was saying, if we would have proceeded with the surgery that he was supposed to have originally, he would have not have received it this Thursday because of him being on the antibiotic. They would have pushed it out even farther. They would have rescheduled it because of that. And so I'm glad that we decided to go with the other procedure, as I'm hoping that, you know, by then he won't be on an antibiotic, but it'll be summer and he won't be as sick as he has been this past winter. You know, he's in 2 short months, he's had a cold, RSV, a secondary infection to his RSV, plus a sinus infection. So, you know, the poor kid has been through a lot in the past 2 months. And so hoping by then he'll be a little bit more healthier. You know, of course, him being in daycare, he's going to get sick quite often as it is. So hopefully it's not as bad. And I'm gonna go focus on feeding him because he keeps gumming on this bottle, and I've noticed I keep looking at him as I'm talking to you guys. So tonight he is going to sleep in his room for the very first time. I'm a little nervous, only because he's been sleeping beside me for the past 5 months, and I know he'll be fine in his room. I just worry about me getting to him fast enough when he wakes up in the middle of the night to eat. But I am at that point of wanting my room back, only because I miss sleeping in the dark. I have a little nightlight in the room right next to my side of the bed, and so I use that so I can see him, and you know, especially as I'm feeding him and such. So it makes it nice, but it keeps the room a little bright, which I don't like. It's a little bit annoying. I like to sleep in the dark. And so he's going to sleep in his bed for the very first time. Like I said, I'm a little nervous, and I hope he does fine, which I think he will. So we'll see how I do. So you're moving the rocking chair in his room for me, huh?
No.
Yes, you are.
I'm going to bed.
At 7:15.
Yes.
So we originally bought this rocking chair to go into his room, but since I had a C-section with him, we just brought it down here because it was easier to feed him and for me to be down here instead of going up and down the stairs all of the time. So we are finally moving this into moving this back into his room so that we can put him in his own bed and you can sleep in your own room. So it'll make it easier for us to get up in the night and feed him in his room instead of coming downstairs or on our bed. So removing the gate that we used to keep the dogs out of his room. That much out of his room. Hey, Ryder, just because we removed the gate doesn't mean you can go into his room. Hey, you, buddy. Chubby cheeks. Those chubby cheeks. So I'm gonna disassemble the chair. Yeah.
It doesn't disassemble anymore.
Okay. So Harrison has been down for about an hour and a half now. And so far he's asleep. He probably fussed for maybe a minute and a half, 2 minutes max, and then he fell asleep. So far everything's going good. At least on his part. No, I'm just kidding. At least everything's going good. It'll, you know, as the night goes on, time will tell how well I do. But anyways, so I'll keep everybody updated on how that goes. But I will talk to you guys later. Have a good night. Well, we survived. He's a little fussy today, but I think that's just because he's a little hungry at the moment. But we made it. He slept in his room all night long, and I did amazing.